brave amigos are we.
Welcome back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. It's already the last segment, and you know that music. It's time to change the channel. It's time for us to spend time with Dan Shedd, intern extraordinaire, and really overall a good guy to take our continuous abuse. Because we're trying to man him up. You know, Dan, you need to be manned up, and we're helping you do that.
All right.
So,
awesome. And
assisting me in this is Sigmund Kramer, who we've given up on this whole manning up process many, many years ago. And so, in spite of the deep voice, don't be deceived. This man will not be manned up. There you go, Dan. There you go, Sigmund.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
There you go.
Wait for it.
Now it's done. Get your ears checked. So anyway, each day we have this regular feature that we bring to you that we hope is entertaining. And we hope it makes you also have cause for pause. You know, that makes you stop and say, how in the world do they allow that on the radio? But anyway, and Dan brings that to us. He goes out there and he rolls up his sleeves. And it's kind of funny looking because he has sleeveless shirts. But he rolls up his sleeves and goes out there and finds compelling, interesting, and occasionally truthful stories about what's happening out there. Over there at his page now, he has his own page. We've given him a promotion over there at
priceofbusiness.com.
You can see his most recent article about a hoax. But he doesn't have a hoax this time. It's a big story, though. What do you got for us?
Well, a man raised $55,000 for potato salad ingredients. What he was trying to do originally was just buy potato salad ingredients on Kickstarter.
What?
Yes.
Wait. What?
Yes.
Yeah,
are you sure you're actually
man who raised $55,000 destroying potato salad party?
No. Yes.
Yeah.
I'll just read you the.
Wait a minute. He raised $55,000 from Kickstarter?
Yes. For potato salad.
For potato salad.
Yes.
What are they smoking over at Kickstarter? What are those people smoking?
He wanted a man who jokingly sought $10 from a crowdfunding website to pay for his first attempt at making potato salad ended up raising $55,000.
$55,000?
$55,000.
$55,000?
Yes.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay, wait a minute.
I'm not working anymore. I quit. I'm just going to go start a Kickstarter to support my lifestyle.
This shows you how stupid I am. It really does. A man who jokingly had no intention to actually make any money sought $10 from a crowdfunding website to pay for his first attempt at making potato salad and ended up raising $55,000. Is making good on his promise to throw a huge party. By the way, where did you originally see this? Let me guess. Mashable?
No.
It was on ABC News.
No.
Where did you see it?
Huffington Post.
Huffington Post.
Really?
Yes.
Huffington Post.
I was hoping it was Mashable. You know why, right, Sigmund?
Yes, because potatoes and Mashable just make too much sense.
Yes, of
course.
That was too easy. Easy.
I tell you, Sigmund is my brother from another mother. Yes, he has this really quirky. We have a very quirky way of looking at life.
I mean, why wouldn't you mash potatoes? That just makes so much sense. So
mashable potatoes.
Mashable potatoes. Yeah. Potatoes are eminently mashable.
They are begging.
They really are
begging to be mashable.
By the way, if you ever want a really good potato salad recipe, I have one. But I digress. So this guy basically. It was just people as a joke giving. Now, it had to have been a lot of people giving as a joke to make it up to $55,000. And he's just going to throw a party with it. Can I just tell you something? He could really make a bigger impact. Instead of just throwing a party, he could actually donate at least a large percentage of that money to a charitable organization, such as the Sigmund Kramer Needs to Go Back to Disneyland Soon Foundation.
Yes.
Or some other really, legitimate charity like Sigmund Kramer Needs to Go to Disney World.
Yeah, you need to go to the next one. Yeah. So, but he is trying to do something with what appears to have lasting value. Talk about Potato Stock 2014.
Potato Stock 2014 is an all-ages charity-minded party, which will be in downtown Columbus, Ohio, featuring bands, food trucks, beer vendors.
Beer vendors. Beers and potatoes. I mean, they go hand in hand, right?
Yes.
They really do. They really do.
Yep.
And, of course, potato sack races and...
Guess what? Guess what else? Potato salad.
No.
Yeah, he's going to have potato salad.
Wow. How about spud guns? Anybody allowed to bring spud guns to it? You know,
Spud guns.
potato guns.
He has no idea what you're talking
Zip
about.
guns with
I have no
spuds.
idea what you're talking about.
Oh boy. All right. Well, so
His parents really went too far to protect Dan.
So I thought Kickstarter was supposed to be pretty legitimate in terms of what they allowed on to become something that the crowd could fund. This doesn't seem like a legitimate. This is like the kind of thing, you see somebody put up on Craigslist. I'll come over and kick your butt for $250 or whatever, and someone and they pull it down because they're like, no, this is not legitimate. So
yeah, and in fact, unlike Craigslist, you have to get approved before you even go up.
that's what I'm saying.
Craigslist lets you put all kinds of wacko stuff on there, but
that's what I'm saying. So Kickstarter just lost a lot of legitimacy by having this kind of cradola on there.
But they also gained a huge amount of publicity. I mean, look, we're talking about
On the price of business.
You know how much they'd be paying for you and Dan and me to forget about it.
At least
but anyway,
20, at least $20.
they're getting some value somewhere from people talking about it.
Yeah, but again, it does not. It really, I think, delegitimizes Kickstarter. It was Kickstarter. It wasn't another crowdfunding website.
It was Kickstarter.
It was
yes.
Kickstarter.
Yes, Kickstarter.
Wow. So I just need to come up with some ridiculous idea, put it up on Kickstarter, and sit back and wait for my my bank account to fill up.
I got to tell you, dude, that's one thing you can do is come up with ridiculous ideas.
I know.
You're like one of the best people I've ever seen.
I know
at that.
I know.
So Dan, what do you think in the end? What's your thoughts about this deal?
Well, what seems pretty ridiculous at first, it's actually for a good cause, so I'm totally for it.
What's a good cause?
The Columbia Dispatch, which is a newspaper, reports that the guy who
Allegedly.
allegedly, is going to start an endowment.
Allegedly.
Okay. With that money, to fight hunger and homelessness. So,
Allegedly.
You're cynical, aren't you?
No, anytime the dispatch gets involved, anytime...
I was actually thinking when you said allegedly, you were like contesting with him whether or not it was actually a newspaper.
That's right. Anytime... that's what it was. But anytime any of these media outlets gets involved, it's always got to be allegedly.
Yeah. This is where the lies, damnable lies, and statistics start coming in.
That's right. So it's going to fund cancer research?
No, potato research.
Potato research. Potato cancer. Because, potatoes
Potato cancer. All right, there we go.
Potatoes have cancer.
1 out of 3 potatoes are going to get potato cancer.
Yeah.
So
I mean, have you ever seen a potato with a tumor?
All the time, man. It's horrible.
Yeah.
I want to take the whole bag back, because
I
you know it's affected others. Because I'm
to get that green eye thing coming out. Okay, so what is it really funding? I'm sorry, I was too busy.
Homelessness.
Homelessness.
I thought it may have been homeliness because some potatoes have kind of a face.
They're
look,
lumpy.
Lumpy.
Yeah,
but no, he said homelessness.
So, but we all know homelessness is actually a choice.
And I really didn't know homelessness required funding. It seems like it comes very natural.
It's pretty cheap, actually. So that shouldn't.
Of
that
lifestyles,
shouldn't really,
is one of the cheaper lifestyles.
That
out there.
really
so
shouldn't
they
cost
fund
too much.
Homelessness. What are they funding exactly when they fund
homelessness?
Yeah,
I think they're funding the grass that the people lay on. No, because usually it's not grass. They usually find a nice warm cement area to lay down, usually in front of where I'm trying to walk.
Right.
When I'm going down the street. So
you need to check out your neighborhood. By the way, I strongly support, before people beat up on me, I strongly support organizations and have for a long time, like Star of Hope. So don't overplay.
Exactly.
Don't overplay this in our politically correct culture.
We're just being silly.
We're being ridiculous. Dan won't be ridiculous, so we have to be ridiculous. We're compensating for his lack. And so homelessness is a serious issue. I actively support on many different levels the elimination of homelessness, and so
I think
and know people who have been personally affected by homelessness.
I think every homeless person should be rounded up and taken off the streets and put somewhere where they belong, in a home where they belong.
Yeah,
because I just, whether they want to or not.
That's right.
That's just me.
That's just.
I don't think there should be homelessness. I think people should just not be allowed to.
And with that philosophy, you'll probably become Secretary of Homelessness.
That's right. Homelessness security.
Obama would love you, or homelessness czar.
New Secretary of Homeless Security.
There you go. Absolutely. Round them up.
So, Dan, what story did you bring for us today?
No, we know that was just, obviously, the
was
fake
a warm-up.
one. Yeah, that was a warm-up. So what's the real thing? Here's a big question for you, and I haven't even looked it up, and you can't answer it, Sigmund, because I think you might know the answer, though. So what state produces the most potatoes? And I haven't looked it up, but I have a good guess.
I have no idea.
You want to guess, Sigmund?
Well, okay, the conventional wisdom would say Idaho.
Idaho.
But
which I actually think is the state bird of Idaho.
It is, the potato bird.
Yeah, potato bird.
The potato mina bird.
Yep.
But you might be surprised to find out that Texas actually produces a whole lot of potatoes. A whole lot. As does California, as does, let's just make up a state. There's 57 of them. I got to come up with some. Anyway, a lot of states produce potatoes.
Well, this is interesting. Idaho is number one. I remain, whatever.
California.
I remain arrogant. Idaho's number one. California, though, Washington, though, grows more potatoes per acre than anywhere in the entire world.
Washington, D.C.?
Yeah, you're funny. No, the other Washington.
Oh.
Yeah. So the one that actually contributes to the economic pie, not takes from the economic pie.
Right. So Dan, you've been rather quiet for a while. What have you thought?
Yeah, we need some sage. We need some Danism and some sage wisdom.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, as far as this, this guy, raising money that started as a joke, it's just pretty awesome to see how people, come together and raise money for,
right now.
Yeah.
For such a weird
over potatoes.
For potato salad. Really.
Yeah.
That's right.
So do you believe this guy? You think he's legit?
I think it's pretty legit.
Awesome, awesome. So when we start our campaign for you and I to have our trip to we're going to go to for coleslaw in order to go to Disney World.
Right.
We know that the first guy we're going to hit up on is Dan.
But we're going to hold a cabbage festival for the homeless at Disneyland. Right.
But it all starts
with coleslaw.
It all starts with coleslaw. And Dan writing the first check.
You better believe it.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll even name one of the coleslaws after him.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I'm so honored.
Yep. All right, we're going to call that a segment. And in fact, we're even going to call it a show, which was brought to you in part by our very good friend, ChrisKidd.com. Make sure you check him out. And Dan is going to go, Dan Shed's going to recover from this, I'm sure, with something new for us on Monday's show right here on The Price of Business.